Yes, and in that sense, Sant'Egidio is an unusual international actor. It started in Rome in 1968 by the initiative of a young man who was 18 at that time, Andrea Riccardi, and is now in more than 70 countries, more than 200,000 people. I joined when we were 30 kids. I was in high school, a freshman. My brother invited me, and my adventure with Sant'Egidio started. Sant'Egidio is not, in quotation mark, part of the Global Citizenship Education Network. It's simply a Christian entity that is trying to live the gospel and serve the poor directly, practically. We live a life of prayer, service, and friendship, and we are open to any expression of Christian faith, other faiths, no faith. We are clearly responding to the different state constructions in which the community is present. As I mentioned, 70 countries, more or less. Each country is clearly different in terms of its relationship with religious communities. Some are completely agnostic and there is no difference whatsoever. Sometimes you have great restrictions, and sometimes it's just dangerous to be Christian. And it's important for us to frame the work of the Community of Sant'Egidio and the Community of Sant'Egidio Foundation for Peace and Dialogue as an effort to bridge that gap that I was speaking before. That is to say, to help the states be better at recognizing, welcoming, supporting the people living in that territory. And in that sense, encouraging an inclusive, enabling, empowering understanding of citizenship, where the citizens are not pawns that need to be used by the powerful and exploited and oppressed and so on, but rather the constitutive part of an expression of shared will that make possible for the states to be for the good of all. In this path, Sant'Egidio became relevant in peace process in Mozambique in 92. Between 1990 and 92, we negotiated the agreement. I came here to follow on that agreement. I started teaching at Columbia University first, then George Mason, then Seton Hall, always around peace, but always with this idea that in the world in which we're living now, the role of the state is a central role, and that the role of academics and think tanks and cultural actors is to help the states to become as good as they could be. So this is
Absolutely.
the response to
Absolutely.
the three different questions.
No, well, I like the discussion on the interconnectedness of citizenship, education, peace, and dialogue. And now you made clear the mission of the Sant'Egidio Foundation for Peace and Dialogue, indeed. In relation to this, I want to ask you a follow-up question regarding your efforts in peacemaking, genocide prevention, and nuclear disarmament, particularly within the current geopolitical context. You mentioned the situation in Iran, but we have also the situation in Ukraine. We have definitely a globally unstable political context right now